You know, I probably shouldn't say this in a recorded message, but I'm going to anyways. You know, I look at some of the people that are drawing huge salaries from the ICBA. You know, the ICBA is an international organization. There's a couple of people that are drawing $20,000 salaries. Well, a $20,000 annual salary for the international organization is absolutely insane. You take that 20 grand because you're doing it as part of the industry, the organization. You put that 20 grand in advertising, you can get a ton of advertising dollars for that $20,000. That's $40,000 for two people.
I think we need to start promoting ourselves outside of our current small way that we do it. We seem to market primarily to the customers we already have.
A lot of our marketing goes along with the TV show that I do with Comcast, the $30,000 Candlepin Challenge. That puts our industry each and every week, it's like an hour's worth of advertising. So we promote the game that way.
It could be as big as they want it to be. And it can be as small as they want it to be. Right now, I don't think you can get too much smaller.
You know, there's only a couple of television shows on. That's the main promotion. There's tournaments, but that doesn't reach the untapped masses, the people that don't really get exposed to Candlepin bowling. If you don't watch the shows on the weekend, you might not know that Candlepin bowling is even in your neighborhood anymore. They just don't have the money to promote it.
They're not tearing down Fenway Park or removing the cod that hangs above the Massachusetts State Legislature, but another New England tradition may be passing. After 37 years and 2 months on the air, Boston's Channel 5 has announced that its weekly Candlepin bowling program will be signing off early next year. Don Gillis has been part of the show's broadcast team for all of that time, including 28 years as host. He joined us from Naples, Florida. Thanks for being with us, Mr. Gillis.
You're very welcome.
We understand the show is not being canceled for lack of ratings, hardly.
No, really, strangely enough, the ratings have always been more than just respectable. I think we had a 6.2 last Saturday. And
6.2 is terrific. I mean, it outpoints some football games, I'd imagine.
Yes, it did, yeah.
So why can't a show that popular stay on the air?
Well, basically, it comes down to money, I guess. The fact that the station is in deep competition, they have to look for revenue, and if they can't do that, then they cancel some places where they're spending money on production and so forth, and I guess that's where it affects us.
Is this a sad event for you, Mr. Gillis?
You know what I feel really bad about? I feel bad for the fans who have been so tremendously loyal to the program. People who have moved away from the area still want to see the program, and they have their relatives tape it, and they send the tape. I've been told that many times.
Yeah, the Channel 5 show was the granddaddy of all bowling shows, and people still talk about it today.
Channel 5 used to be higher than the Red Sox, Bruins, and the Celtics.
The ratings in that show, the ratings were better than the Boston Red Sox. The ratings in that show were better than the Boston Bruins.
We had that Channel 5 live show for 7 years at the Bowling Center, and we had over 500, 600 people there every Saturday night for that hour and a half.
Saturday at noontime, you could sit down and watch either ABC, NBC, or CBS. You didn't have 100 and some channels to choose from. So back then, you got a 1 out of 3 chances of watching something at noontime and happened to be Candlepin bowling.
If you watched the show at all, there was so many people at the bowling alleys watching it. People would go there just to bowl in the lanes that we bowled on TV.
The age group we know is between 24 and 40 years old. That's the age group that we should have been targeting. We were not targeting that age group. As a result, the major sponsors on Channel 5 did not come back as sponsors. They had a hard time getting sponsorship, and that's one of the reasons why that TV show went off the air.
The crowd is always happy when somebody wins the triple strike jackpot, which happened today, and they're a little bit more jazzed up, a little bit more electrified than usual. Some of the crowds that were the biggest and most exciting in the years past is when the late Tom Morgan and his brother Mike Morgan would bowl each other. No matter what they did, they could just wink at you or just throw a gutterball and the crowd would go nuts. But today with a 183 and a triple strike and a near triple strike by the losing bowler, everybody's having a great time. So this is why Candlepin bowling rocks.
with these TV shows. And the interest is growing, the spectators. The ratings are very well with this show.
I wish I could say I could be on TV, but I can't. I've always, tried a few roll-offs and never been able to make the grade. But that's okay. I enjoy it. It's just a fun thing to do, fun sport, and sport that old guys like me can enjoy until whenever.
I've bowled here for almost 20 years. I figure I have two older daughters. They both bowl. They've been bowling since they were about 8. Start him a little younger. He's 4 now, so.
He seems to enjoy it.
Oh, he loves it. A couple of weeks ago, he hit 103. I've seen a big decline in the people bowling. Big decline. This place used to be packed Monday through Friday, from 6 o'clock until 11:30. Now you can come in pretty much any time and get an alley.
Kyle, how you bowling today? Are you bowling good? Yeah.
He bowling pretty good.
Do you like coming down to the bowling alley with Dad? What do you like about it?
Because I feel like bowling.
He feels like bowling. Why do you like bowling?
Because I feel it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Because why?
I'm going to be later than you.
Yeah, you're gonna beat me?
Yeah.
You're gonna beat your sister? Yeah? Gotta get a little bit bigger for that. Huh. Okay, last game.
Tegan, how long you been bowling?
8 years, I think.
8? Do you play any other sports?
Basketball and soccer.
Yeah. What do you like about bowling?
It's probably hard. It's challenging.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn.
Alright, you're up. How much?
4 years.
4 years. What do you like about bowling best?
What?
You don't